is not going to be over until your house just takes this level down.
That's right out.
Verse 27. And if he smite out his manservant's tooth, or his maidservant's tooth, he shall let him go free for his tooth's sake.
And did the so-called white man do that? No. Going back to those aggressive ass fights. When you knock somebody's tooth out, you know how many nerves is attached to your teeth? And those nerves trickle all the way up to your brain.
That's why root canal is so
Man, even in that movie Birth of a Nation,
Hell yeah, son.
when they try to force feed them, so they rip their teeth out.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was in Good Bound for Gone, too.
Oh, it was?
They
Come on.
they busted, they chiseled out his teeth. Because he wanted to starve himself to death coming to the Americas.
Slave ship.
Extreme.
Yeah, that's extreme. And you see all the blood, they basically open his lips up with that gauntlet and fed him like a pig, man.
That's extreme.
Extreme. Butt breaking. Extreme.
Extreme. Very extreme.
Very fucking nasty.
That's too extreme, man.
That's too extreme. Yeah,
Oh, what was the thing they did down in the islands? Pastor Romla went into with these slave owners with the dude that broke the eggs or whatever. He put shit in his mouth and gagged his mouth.
Oh yeah, I know
What's it
exactly
called?
what I forgot what it was talking about.
It's something-
I watched that video. Oh my god.
It was a slave
Bro,
owner. It was a
foul
slave
as
owner
hell.
down in the islands.
Yeah.
And he had an extreme method of correction against the slaves.
Yes.
He basically would stuff shit in your
Yep.
mouth, gag you, so you basically shit is just stuck in your mouth. He whoop you, and then basically like squeeze lemons and shit into your wounds. That's some extreme shit, man. But look, but we just want to be left. We just want to go home, man.
The Devil's Punch Bowl.
Devil's punch bowl.
extreme.
That's extreme.
Extreme.
You don't want to go down this path, Esau.
Right.
You don't got enough fuel against us.
You
You got so many allegations.
You're all too short to box with the spirit. You're all too short to box with the spirit of the Lord right now. So.
Hey, we're going to keep dropping these records, though. We're going to keep going point on them. Not going to, including the Native Americans, those games that they had, chopping the Native Americans up, turning the mincemeat with the dog food.
Wearing their skin.
Taking their skin in them.
Redskin. And then you name your fucking team. You name your team after these atrocities. The Washington Redskins.
Oh, no, don't forget what's coming up on Monday.
Columbus Day.
But they had the audacity to put it as Indigenous Day as well. Man, fuck you.
And then it's a day that didn't need it. Like again, if you don't have children, you don't see these things. My daughter been off the last she got 5 days off behind this devil.
Yeah, it was on fall break.
Thursday, they got
yeah.
Thursday off, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and fucking Monday off. So they're giving reference to this devil, whether she know it or not. She's like, I got 5 days off, yeah, in name of a devil.
Hey, do you get that many days off on so-called the black holidays? Hell no.
Ain't even a holiday in February, man.
That's how they get to you.
What, Martin Luther King Day, what, January?
That's January, you know? Extreme. We're gonna keep throwing that in your face. Extreme, man.
We're going to smudge it in your face.
Hey, you
They-
saw
they,
you are-
they smudged everything in our face. You know? You guys want?
That was it.
This is Job chapter 13, verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value.
Yeah, to forge something is basically to write something in falsehood.
Yep.
So it says the so-called white man is forgers of lies. What's that in Psalms the 58th chapter? The wicked and strange, they come out the womb.
It is, yeah, it's a
Yep.
58.
You know, they just lie upon lies. That's why the educational system, and you had this, video was on Vox, how basically the Southerners, they rewrote a lot of the education. Basically to push it where the so-called, the South basically won, and basically Negroes was best off of slavery.
Yep. The teacup party, one to remove slavery out of the books.
Remove slavery out of books. And that's why even in the educational system, you read about slavery, and there's no, of course there was nothing good about slavery, but it was all a smudge in your face. They're not teaching you the history to uplift you. They're really teaching you that history to bring you down.
Yeah.
So you niggas ain't shit.
That's why they start there. Because I'll be honest. It ain't nothing but even going back 20 years ago, we was in school and shit. 15 years ago, it was nothing to do with Ask Jeeves or Google search to say where were the first slaves from. It's going to mention them slaves.
God
You go
damn.
back, man.
God damn, brother. I forgot about that shit. Brother still using Bing. You go to Bing it?
Brother was a scholar back then.
That's crazy.
Man, hey, Ask Jeeves was before Google.
It was.
God damn.
It was nothing to go on and, the search engines and look up where did the first slave ships come from. It's going to mention about Spain and the Moors. Okay? That was while you were in school, you elementary, middle school, high school. Okay?
That's how extreme these white people are, man. The fact that they want to remove a whole portion of history out of history.
Extreme.
That's extreme measures to say this. Hey, it's extreme measures to say on 9/11, not during 9/11, that a whole week of economic activity just didn't even happen.
That's extreme.
That's extreme to erase history.
Yep.
We're not trying to erase history. We're trying to establish and bring to the forefront the true history.
You know what that is too? Them trying to erase. That's an extreme method of them admitting that they did it.
Yep. They want to seem like the white people, so-called pure. They didn't do anything wrong. Here it is, beat the living shit out of our forefathers. But get that lamentation, our fathers home.
What you quoted the
They
first
beat the living shit out of our forefathers and choked them, like I said, lynched them,
Castrated them. Buck breaking.
And that buck breaking is still going on today. Look at the prisons, man. If you do wrong, it's the same system. You do wrong, you break the law, they're going to throw you in prison to get buck broken.
To come back out as a faggot.
To come back out as a faggot. And they know what's going on in the prisons.
Look at your celebrities.
The buck breaking in prison, or prison rate is not going down. As the years progress, it gets higher and higher and higher. And they say a lot of those wardens, a lot of those
COs.
those are the ones that's doing this shit too.
Because they always in there. Amongst them, all the testosterone and sweat.
Well, you got to be a real plumb fucking weirdo to make it your job to go work in a prison. Nigga, you at prison.
Yes. Your life is in prison.
Your life is in prison.
What the
You
fuck is
spent
wrong with your mind?
30 years on a job in a fucking prison. Doing overtime.
Like, what the hell is you doing in there, man? What is you getting out of the deal? You ain't getting a check. They don't pay them like that.
Hey, the prison system is extreme.
That's dangerous.
We didn't have a fucking prison in the ancient world. Show us in the scriptures in our history where we locked up a man for 50 years and fed him a terrible diet, fed him dog food, and basically said, hey, you ain't gonna get no pussy no more in your life, and if you want to get off, you gotta basically either have sex with another man. That's extreme.
13th Amendment.
In our laws, what do? If you are a murderer or if you are certain things unto death, we put you to death.
Compensate you with that.
Or you fled to a city.
Refuge cities.
A refuge city, but you couldn't leave the city until the high priest died. Then you were free to go back home.
Yeah, that's if you accidentally killed.
Yeah, you know, we make it to
If the axe.
Because at the end of the day, they will have the judges that would deal with the records. Because the purpose of the city was if you were to accident, say that you were chopping down trees and the axe fly off and kill somebody, what would happen? The family would want to incite vengeance.
Yeah.
So you would actually flee to a refuge city and nobody had right to come to those refuge borders.
Right.
And basically you would await your trial. The judges, because you had criminal investigation back then, they would investigate.
Yeah, 3 witnesses.
Witnesses, you would deal with the matters and they would judge in the court. So it wasn't no discrepancies, it wasn't any type of lash out or any malice in the midst.
Can I add to what you're saying now? You know what that is? Mercy.
Mercy.
You can't a person that has mercy or a merciful person, you can't dare call them extreme, man. Can I get one scripture if you don't mind? Can you get Matthew 5 and 8? Because we're not extreme. There's nothing about our people that's extreme. We're not an extreme people. See, you so-called white people, you're the type that'll go climb the highest building just to jump off. We don't do shit like that. We're plain men that dwelleth in tents. All right, we're not tempters. We're not provokers. We're not extremists. We're plain, boring people at the end of the day, man.
We just want to chill.
Yeah, you want to drink and chill. That's Jake.
That's Jake. Play with our children. Deal with your woman a little bit. Have some drinks with your brothers. Go home and go to sleep.
And this so-called white man is fucking picky in the brain, man. Always trying to tear some shit down. destroy something. Yeah, it's the same. What is that? It's the same as everyday thinking. Taking over the world.
And them
Devils, man.
all the sports that Esau has is damn extreme skydiving, extreme bungee jumping,
Extreme mountain bike riding.
Snowboarding.
extreme snowboarding, extreme BMX.
Hey, a lot of the damn, they could have ended up lost too, man. National parks and shit. They probably
They don't do all that shit.
try to rape a bear or something.
X
This
Games.
is Matthew.
The X Games.
X Games.
Was extreme,
It's
yes.
Extreme Games.
And them, it's like them motherfuckers that play them sports, the extreme X Games. They break all their fucking bones
It was
and
worth
do it again.
Yeah. I remember.
Climb Mount Everest. Man, fuck
I
that.
remember it was years ago. It was around winter time. We went to camp.
Oh man, yeah.
And we came back from camp. First off, we was walking to camp during that time. You had motherfuckers that was sliding. They was sliding down the hill.
It's snow. It's not the snow in camp. It's not the snow using camp.
They was. I forget what the hell they was using. They had some type of artificial board. They just sliding
They
down.
used the fucking
It was kind of like a snowboard, basically. Some type of
They
board.
made man,
Boogie
look, man,
board.
They made sleds.
Yeah,
And
they
you
made-
coming home from camp and like to get back to this brother's house, you gotta go down the hill. So Esau's out in the middle of the damn fucking street, in the middle of the hill. There ain't no cars driving
Right.
because it's iced over. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, when that 2011 snowstorm hit, it was dead.
Yeah,
The
so-
ice storm,
So we come back from the camp. Goddamn,
So-
they sliding like a
they
mother.
sliding all down the
They
goddamn
sliding
hill.
all down the hill. We go to camp. We come back. He was like, yeah. He said, yo, guess what happened? I knocked my fucking tooth out. He lifted out. His whole shit was like, oh my god, damn.
Motherfucking Steve.
Hey, but white people, they knock their teeth out. That's glory to them.
Look at this show, Jackass.
Yeah, look at Jackass. That's you white people.
God.
Extreme.
That dude in the Elder Ayala voice.
Right.
Extreme.
Extreme.
It don't get more extreme than Esau, man.
Hey, look, even the prophecy about Esau.
The audacity to call us extremists.
His blessing was the sword, extreme.
Yeah.
And the Lord gave Esau,
He gave
he
him
made
extreme
Esau extreme.
And extreme. And that was a blessing from Yahweh Shai.
Esau
You got an extreme
"Hey,
blessing."
Why I gotta get you blessed about the sword? Why
Nah,
can't I
he-
be like my,
Oh, you wanted that blessing.
Yeah, I'll take it.
He's probably happier.
Yeah.
Knowing as extreme and as carnal as he is.
Yeah, that was the perfect weapon for him. That same spear, that same dagger that he was blessed with to kill Abel, he got it back. He came with Esau.
Well, you know how it was extreme too? Because after he got that blessing, he said, I'm going to go kill Jacob.
Yeah.
Extreme.
With his
The
blessing.
blessing.
The blessing, that's extreme.
That's
That he just cried about saying he didn't. You only have one blessing.
Right. But he gave you a blessing, bro.
fatness of the earth, which he has. How did he get the fatness of the earth? Stealing. And it wasn't just extreme to us. Think about these East Indians. Think about these fucking Arabs, man. So-called white men went in and pillaged, destroyed their lands. Think about Agent Orange. Spraying all kind of chemicals, pesticides, all kind of bullshit on the people.
I must.
Yeah.
You know how extreme it is to destroy the whole fucking ocean?
Oh, man.
You know how hard it is?
You know how hard that is?
Extreme to the utmost.
That's extreme.
You have to do that on purpose.
You have to
You
do
have
it
to
on
do it on
purpose.
purpose.
You have to do that on purpose.
You can't, you know, you all,
Come
you got
on,
one
bro.
oil spill. Okay, was
You got whales.
Bro, after you see all
Beaching
the
themselves.
dead animals and dead fish popping up in the Gulf, you should know, okay, I did too much.
Man, they got
no,
down here. They got down
they continue to drill.
Yeah.
They continue to frack.
That's extreme, man.
You know, they continue to, you know, do what they do, millions of gallons by the barrel every damn day. That's why that whole Gulf that's why the earthquakes down there by the Gulf of Mexico.
Taking the
Ain't no
lubrication.
damn hole in the tectonic plates, man.
That's right.
Extreme.
Extreme. You got it.
Matthew chapter 5 verse 8. Blessed are the pure in heart.
Oh, Salaki, let me see. No, 9. Salaki.
Matthew chapter 5 verse 9. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they should be called the children of God.
We the peacemakers.
Our name is of the prince, basically the princes of princes of the power, but our city is the city of peace. You devils, y'all kingdom is known as Babylon, the city of confusion. You're known as what? What is that?
Egypt,
son
bondage.
of perdition.
Yep.
Bonabod, the son of destruction, son of death.
God damn.
Oh, we'll get that Revelation the 7th chapter.
Even a 6.
No.
The son
The
of
pale
perdition,
horse.
man.
You white people were blessed with the sword of death. That's why when the individual, when he, I forget when they created the thermonuclear missile, and they dropped it where he said, I have created death, man. He knew that that was a blessing that was given to him.
Oh, was it Oppenheimer?
Yeah, Robert Oppenheimer.
You got that, well, hit the point with the,
That was in the Manhattan Project.
The Manhattan Project, yeah.
Robert Oppenheimer.
Revelation chapter 6, verse 7, well, verse 8. And I looked and behold a pale horse, and his name
hey, it said the what horse?
a pale horse.
Why is it pale? Because that's the indication of you so-called white people. We just read that in Numbers. How Miriam was leprous, and pale is a color of white. So you so-called white people represent that pale horse.
And death.
Death. And the horse represents power. Continue.
And his name that sat on him was death.
And his name. So you, the nickname for the so-called white man in the scriptures is death.
Death.
You is death. The reason why this world is
Damn.
dying at an alarming rate, the birds are just dropping from the sky.
They committing suicide. You got animals committing suicide.
Whales, bleaching themselves.
Or the chemtrails is choking them out.
Right.
Bees
You gotta
becoming
think
endangered.
for fish to be in the ocean and say, you know what?
Fuck it.
It's so fucking bad in here. I'm gonna go see if it's better out there for me. So I'm gonna come out of my realm,
Habitation.
my habitation of water. I'm a tuna.
Right.
I'm a tuna fish. I'm gonna come out the water and say I'm gonna go to try to live in land. That's suicide.
Hey, and these animals hate the shit out of you white people.
Hell
Hey,
yeah.
This brother did a video on that video that still had that octopus.
Oh, and it threw that
When I
shit.
watched that video, I was like, man, you can't tell me that.
Motherfucker.
Funny shit. I'm like,
He said,
he
he said, motherfucker.
with a shit out of with an octopus.
First of all,
Man,
you gotta dive pretty low to get an octopus.
You know,
hey, they were in the octopus and that seal were in league.
Yeah, but that was a combination.
Yeah, they were in league with each other.
Tape it to the top, bro.
Yeah,
Tape it to the top, bro. You know, the tape it to the top, bro.
Hey, that seal and octopus were in league. It's like, yo, I'm trying to get on this too.
It's probably friends.
Like, yeah, man, hit me. Yeah, man.
See, Esau, what you saying is extreme to us is we're bringing peace, man. Even us doing this vibration, we bringing peace to the animals. Because the animals, part of the prophecy is that the animals shall be at peace with each other. Yeah. So even the fact of the seal and that octopus thought to themselves, the seal thought, I'm not even gonna eat this octopus. I'm gonna use this octopus to slap the shit out of a devil. Shows you these animals are coming together.
He got 8 hands.
yeah,
To smack the
smack
shit out of this nigga eight times at once.
Hey man, that still might be safe.
That's still gonna get reverence in the kingdom, man.
He still must survive to the kingdom. He just, he's gonna be somewhere in a neutral zone.
Yep.
Him and the octopus gonna be in a neutral zone.
Hey, but these animals got the spirit of righteousness on, man. That's why even Daniel, when Daniel was thrown in the lion's den, the animals had peace in the spirit with them. Because animals naturally have a righteous spirit in them.
Right.
But through all this chaos and all this turmoil and the essence of survival and destruction, they just fit getting in where they fit in, man.
Yeah.
You know? That's why it's a food chain. That's why you have you look at these different the animal life, man. It's straight up death, man.
Yeah.
You know? You got some more?
Yeah, I got this John 10:10.
Matter of fact, we still had that revelation.
And I looked and behold a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was death.
Yeah, so that pale horse, the pale horse represents destruction, a forceful destruction. They had to have somebody that was engineering that destruction. Because guns need people to shoot them. Missiles need individuals to push the button. All these different tanks and shoot these big ass missiles and things of that nature. You need riders.
Chariots need riders.
Chariots need riders. Yep. And who are those ones riding? Troops. And who are those troops directed by? The elites. Continue. What y'all the sons and daughters of Lucifer. And these devils said that, and they said that we know that we basically the sons of Lucifer. They know where they go back to, man. When that one devil in that audio when he was breaking down how these McDonald's burgers are chopped up babies. He was like, we know that our power is Satan.
He knew. He was like, don't you know it? He was like, basically, what rock you been under?
Hell yeah.
I think it was Finkelstein. Yeah, Rabbi Finkelstein.
He said that's why the number 2 meats, morning time is what, sausages and I forget the other meat. But he was like, that's why we serve so many sausages and things in the morning, because we chopping up babies and feeding you people. You so-called white people. Extreme.
And it give you meat with every meal. Extreme.
Was there ever any records of Negroes chopping up babies and feeding it to each other? Only time we actually did that was during the time of a famine. That's the only time. But in a natural society doing that, that's a whole nother level of crazy, man. Diabolical. Continue.
And hell followed with him.
Hell represents what? Death, the grave. Oh, that shows you that there's no such thing as hell.
Slavery.
So, because how can actually a realm of hell follow an individual? So you telling me that hell has a mobile setting?
Hell got wheels.
Esau got a quarter in his pocket, man. Pull out the fucking hell button with the fucking quarter over.
What was that movie?
Hellraiser.
What was that movie? That individual, he'll touch you when you turn into a skeleton, and basically everything he'll be around. It was called something I forget. For the gunslinger. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it was Dark Tower.
Dark Tower, yeah. You had that individual from Dark Tower, which he represented the so-called white man, the devil.
Yeah.
Anything he would touch, death. Anything he would breathe on would be death.
The nothing from that's the nothing. Esau's the nothing from the never-ending story. The nothing. The nothing's going to get us.
That's Job 30. Job 30 shows the so-called white man as the nothing.
The nothing.
See?
And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with sword.
That's the power that was given to the so-called white man to
extreme.
kill with the sword. And what blessing was given to the Edomites? The sword.
We didn't even get a blessing. We the Israelites, we didn't even get a blessing to kill. That's not our blessing. Our blessing was not to kill. Our blessing, we literally just read in Matthew the 5th chapter. Blessed is the peacemaker. We all about bringing peace on the earth. Think about it. We didn't even get a blessing like that. Yeah, and Reuben shall bring much death to the planet Earth.
Right, all the 12 tribes, hell, shoot, Simeon and Levi were rebuked for using the weapon, for using the sword.
Right.
And within their own blessing, they got rebuked too.
Gad says a troop shall overcometh him, but he shall have basically have the last. So Gad got his ass whooped first by the so even so with that blessing, that means when Gad gets to get back, he's righteously able. He's in the deep end, so to speak.
That's retribution.
That's recompense.
That's peace.
Right.
Because if somebody's actually destroying your land, and you push them out of the land that they're destroying and kill them, all you're doing is balancing the spectrum, man. So even when it says the saints shall take the kingdom, and us killing the so-called white man and destroying the nation of Edom, all we're doing is leveling the balance, man.
Eye for an eye, tooth for a
Eye
tooth.
for an eye, tooth for a tooth. And if we don't take this devil out of power, he's going to destroy the whole earth any damn way. You know?
That's extreme, bro. The fact that he will destroy the whole. Matter of fact, that's Revelation 11.
He's destroying paradise. This whole earth was known as paradise.
No, living in.
You go ahead.
I got something. Some more of what you had.
To kill with sword and with hunger.
And with hunger. Hunger represents famine. Look at Africa. Africa is supposed to be one of the most natural and unnaturally resourceful places, man. Known to have a lot of crops. Known to have a lot of abundant wildlife. Animals. Yeah. You got the Nile, you have all kinds of
Equator is right there.
Yeah.
So all that tropical weather that comes from being closer to the equator, as Esau calls it, that band, and they stew over there.
They starve to death. You have that term blood diamonds. But basically during what was that? I forget the exact time frame when they had them Africans mining for them diamonds. But they're still doing it now. But it was a boom when they started mining for diamonds, and they basically established all these diamond districts here and basically marked them up.
think in the 20s and 30s, but that's when you get the Macy's and all these stores started popping up.
Yeah, definitely. See, first it's deception, slavery, and killing. Because them Hamites who suffer in slavery minded for those blood diamonds. Man. That's why they know this blood diamonds. Because you got to kill yourself to extract those diamonds from the earth. Man. And they'll take them, ship them over here, and mark them up, and basically making you pay an arm and a leg just to put a ring on a woman's finger. Man.
You niggas can't even afford the diamonds and jewels that other niggas got underground because of these fucking devils, man. So here it is, they benefit off of everything that you do, and you don't get any benefit off of it.
That's why I say the fatness of the earth. These devils are living fat, gluttonous. Scripture say they have more than hearts can wish. Meaning they have theirs and they're taking yours too. Scrooge. Yeah, that's Scrooge McDuck. You'll see goddamn Scrooge jumping in the pile of gold. He can't do nothing with all that gold, but he just want all of it. A hoarder, man. These devils actually hoard money.
They do.
They ain't sharing nothing. They don't care if you starve to death. They don't care if you're sickly.
Mine.
Here it is. You'll be fucked up on the side of the road. They'll have an ambulance take you to the hospital. And the word hospital goes back to hospitality, but they'll throw a goddamn $1,600 bill on your fucking head for driving fucking 4 or 5 miles, man.
Taking you to the hospital.
Take you to the hospital. That ain't getting in the bed. That ain't treating you with the poison.
But it's supposed to be a service.
But it's supposed to be a service. It's supposed to be hospitality.
Isn't it run by the
By the government. It's
by
part of
the government? But you charging people, right? It's state funding, but you charging for ambulance ride.
And then these motherfuckers do a credit check on you when you come to the hospital. Let you go to the emergency room. They're gonna do a credit check on you.
You gotta pay the salt just to sleep.
God damn.
Extreme.
I gotta read this real quick.
Nah, you can get it.
Yeah, this now I get to read it. Now this John 10 and 10. The thief cometh not.
Who's the thief? The so-called white man. He stole the whole world. He didn't ask. He took the whole world.
He didn't win it in the game of craps.
He ain't winning in the game of crap. You know how hard it is to steal the whole world? You look at empires at the highest expansion, they had kingdoms, top kingdoms. They said the number one expansion is Great Britain, man. Great Britain had their hand in 95% of the world, man.
From India to Japan to Australia to Africa, over here to
South
America.
America, the whole Canada, all
The
this.
whole, damn it, the whole planet.
You know, Britain's rule is so wide. I didn't even notice on the east coast of South America, there's a big band of islands in that part of the ocean. But if you look at it, if you just pull up a map, like a regular map, you're only going to see the 7 continents and a few islands. But there's like a big band of islands to the east coast of that island. That's ran by who? Esau. That we don't even know and see. There's islands and there's land masses on this planet that we don't even know about, that Esau literally has a rule over.
Yeah, but the British one was fucking island.
See? These devils have a rule on things we don't even know.
We don't even know about.
These devils, they have laws within the oceans that govern the oceans. And basically, like if you cross certain ocean points, you've now entered into another country. Who the fuck is you to put ownership on the ocean? You basically saying, nigga, you in my ocean.
Airspace.
Air. You flying in airspace that's not yours.
Oh, they trying to tax air now.
Fucking air.
Which really they are taxing air. Through your emissions and shit.
Fucking emissions tests. Having Jake getting thrown in jail because they riding around the car because they got to get to and from work with a car that the tags expired because they can't pass a fucking emission test.
Oh, they give you you got to get licensed to fish, licensed to hunt.
Your game
And
of
with
fishing,
that fishing and hunting, they put limitations on that shit, man.
Yep, you go deep sea fishing. If you go deep sea fishing, they'll bring out the ruler. So basically, if the fish is too short to that tight, you gotta throw it back in. Nigga, I caught it.
You work for it. Went all out your way to fish and got it, but it's not according to their standards.
wasted money on a tackle box of bait.
But he'll feed you fucking poison.
Literally.
He'll feed you all this poison FDA approved.
That you gotta pay for.
approved by the fucking government. You
Stamped.
definitely extreme.
Extreme.
Extreme. It's
Extreme.
so extreme. It's like,
That's like
goddamn.
the
The nerve of this devil even calling us extreme.
The audacity.
Right.
The
The
audacity.
audacity.
This
Oh,
motherfucker here, man. He's
Nerve.
He ransacks new inventions on cures for people. Diabetes, AIDS, kill a lot of them.
Kill a lot of them.
creating AIDS is extreme.
You had an individual say, I deliberately created AIDS to destroy the population. You can look that quote up.
Yeah,
Extreme.
he created the microchip. Extreme.
Extreme.
We just gonna hit your like. We just gonna read you your charges, man.
Bust these devils on top of the head with these scriptures, man. And the facts. History.
Historical facts.
That's why he wanted to just destroy the whole world, because he want to destroy that. He want to rip up history, man.
Facts.
That's why you want to go.
Facts,
That's why you want to go to Mars, because he ain't got no track. He got no track record on Mars.
Changing the new year starting in the spring to in the middle of the fucking winter is an extreme. That's an extreme thing, man. Here it is. Every culture: Chinese New Year, spring.
Yeah.
Israelites, spring. Everybody
So-called
recognizes
Jews.
the so-called Jews. Everybody recognizes the new year in the springtime. But your pasty white ass comes into power. And the scriptures tell us this in 1 Maccabees, the first chapter, that when your white ass came into power, your red ass, I should say, came into power, that wickedness multiplied.
Multiplied in earth. Evils multiplied in earth.
Evils multiplied when you came into power, you fucking devils,
Bad
man.
times. Because and that Hellenization, which was extreme, brought bad times to everybody.
And that's how we know, man,
Yeah, tag this devil
that
in
red
this
man under the earth.
Hashtag extreme.
Hey, there ain't nobody doing as much wickedness as this devil on top of the on this fucking land. There ain't no red man underneath the earth that's doing all kind of evil.
Devils-
Nobody has the records of wickedness that can match this so-called white man. All this information we going into, we ain't even went into 10% of it, man.
We haven't even gone into slavery.
We haven't went into nothing.
We have not hit slavery yet.
We only been out here a couple of hours. This devil had hundreds of years. We ain't going to the Ottoman Empire, the Renaissance,
That was the inception.
Greece,
Shit.
Rome,
Shit, Edom itself.
Edom, Cain, the snake in the garden.
Take it back. That's extreme.
Extreme.
That's extreme, Esau.
Everybody, he got to be the circle.
Gotta be
Let me know.
Damn.
It's
wickedness.
John 10 and 10. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they might have more abundantly. And that's the contrast between what we've been saying. Israel, Jacob, starting with Yahweh Shai, is about peace and life. All right, Satan and his sons, Esau and Edom, they're about bringing death and destruction, lying and killing and stealing, pillaging and raping and murdering. You know, you got them fucking pirates, man.
Land pirates.
Got them spiritual pirates.
Pirated everything, man.
Got them one piece.
Piracy. You didn't have the fucking nerve to put it in front of a video, a movie that you stole the idea from, probably.
Right.
Piracy is illegal. Anti-piracy.
Right,
Nigga, you
anti-piracy.
piracy our whole identity.
Right. You pirated the identity of hell.
That's extreme.
That's extreme.
That's
That's
hard.
hard.
You gotta make a button like how when people be dropping bombs.
Yeah.
Extreme.
Yeah. The carrot top price.
Got that extreme.
God damn.
Yo, precepts.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
And who is he, the so-called white man? All right, it speaks about the fourth kingdom of the so-called white man raising up, and it said that he was more stout than his neighbor. The stout represents the funk. You can Isaiah the 14th chapter. All right, and it represents the pride of Esau. It tells you that more go down the first chapter. See?
And shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
And how did he wear us out? By beating the living shit out of us, putting us on these jobs, working the max amount of hours, getting the littlest amount of pay, raping our women, poisoning our kids, destroying our minds, sickening us, taking away the natural herbs, and feeding us pharmaceuticals that don't do nothing but dehydrate us and make us mentally Yep, destroying our immune system. This is all the accounts of the so-called white man.
That's right.
Continue.
And think to change times and laws.
And things to take, meaning he conjured and mustered up these things in his mind to change the status of time, man. It tells you in Genesis that evening was the first day. So when it's evening is the first day, and evening from sunset to sunrise, that's the next day, man. But the so-called white man would tell you 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock at night it's a whole nother day. That don't make no fucking sense.
Bro, I'm
man.
sleeping, bro. I'm not.
Yeah, the calendar is off. It's supposed to go by the moon. The month supposed to be led by the moon. But he numbered this month of July. This day leap years.
Leap
Yeah,
years,
leap
and things
years.
of that nature.
You have December, which is the 12th month, but that goes back to 10.
Same, like that's where you get the word decimal or decade. October is where you get ocho,
Yep.
octopus, which is 8, but that's the 10th month. That's the so-called white man rearranging the whole dynamics of the calendar. You got days like July, which was named after Julius Caesar, Augustus Caesar, Septimius Severus,
October was
Octavius Caesar.
which was Augustus later on.
Yeah. So the so-called white man repainted history in the minds of everyone, man. Through the Gregorian, the Julian calendar. And when you see the origins of those calendars, they was all fucked up, man. It took a lot of work for him to destroy those calendars, which is the true biblical calendar, man.
This ain't being extreme.
Driving. I thought it was a hands-free zone.
Right. And she violating Georgia law.
And they should be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time.
So it said they shall be given into his hand. That hand is synonymous with Job 94. Then the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, meaning power. Your hand is one of the strongest instruments you have on your body, man. That you can clutch, you can grip, you can break down. You can do a lot of things with this push and pull. These are the most powerful instruments that you can have for destruction, man. That's why Esau is known as the hammer that broke these different nations down, man. Because you can actually use your hand also wield weapons. Alright? And the so-called white man weaponized things through, like I said, the army, the poison, germ warfare. Everything is weaponized to the woman in your household, man. That's why your woman hates you.
I assume y'all are going to attack me too when I show up to agree with you just because I have white skin. So I don't know if that just happens to be the leader of the group down there, but I'll talk to your group later when you're open.
That's extreme. That's extreme right there. To come in the midst of other people talking and interrupt them. That's extremely rude.
Extremely rude.
Extremely Edomite.
Hey, like, we can't say nothing against it. What the hell is this guy talking about? We don't even know you.
Why is my response extreme? I'm trying to
Well, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about.
right now.
And I came up there and they attacked
Let me ask you a
me.
question. Let me ask you a question.
That's extremism.
Do you agree that you so-called white people are extremists when it comes to violence? Do you believe that it was extreme to kill off the Native American and Seminole Indians off the land?
Well,
Is that
absolutely.
extreme?
One thing for sure about humans is
No,
that
we're not talking
anytime
about
anything
humans.
seems
We're not talking about
untidy to
humans.
us.
You're not human. We're not talking about humans. We're talking about what you so-called
Okay, well,
people
white
have done.
people then. Anytime white people, and I've happened to notice that other races do this
Again,
too.
you're
By the
trying
way,
to get away
race
from
is
the
not.
point. Again, you're trying to get away from the point.
Would you just listen to
No,
me?
No, we've had to listen to your lies and matter of
Okay,
fact, get
give
John
me a
Kennedy
minute.
again.
Give me a minute, and
No, we don't.
we can talk.
Just go about your business
Yeah,
and
go
be
about it.
extremely
Yeah, well,
devil.
I will be glad to talk
Is
with you guys and to
homosexuality
listen, of
homosexuality
course.
right or wrong?
If you would give
Is
me a minute.
homosexuality, is that right or wrong?
Is that right or wrong under whose moral code? The moral
So,
code
yes,
of
sir.
We're
God?
asking you,
Or
is it right or wrong?
Yes or no question.
We're not asking no moral.
it's not my place to judge homosexuality.
That's exactly
See,
why
that's
they
what I
don't
said.
deserve being called.
So it's not
And
my
there we
place.
go.
There we go, man.
I follow the Beatitudes,
Spew up,
the Sermon on the Mount.
mischievous madness,
Judge
man.
not, lest thou be judged.
All right, man.
Where's
You
the-
have to
Go ahead.
pluck the
Go ahead,
mote from
was
one's
that
own eye
listen to
before you
Tupac,
can
All
cast
Eyes
the
on Me with
mote
that
for
track
another.
13?
Only God can judge
Yeah,
you.
you go up the block, man. We're doing something right now.
I know, I understand. I was actually being
You
supportive
butting
of
our
what
business.
you were doing, and I got attacked.
What if you're here?
Because of the color of my
listen.
skin, I'm
If you're
assuming.
here, we're not attacking you.
So-
if you're here and you want to listen, what we are talking about before you interrupted us is we're talking about the extremists
any case.
of so-called white people. That's what we're talking about.
I
They're violent.
understand,
White
and I'm
people-
enjoying
white people,
you in that
so-called white people, you
conversation.
Edomites are extreme. You go around the world, you bomb people.
I don't bomb people.
We're talking about the general. We're talking about the general consensus, not you low class white.
Yeah.
people.
Well, Barack Obama started 7
Oh.
goddamn wars. He went behind.
See how they do?
That's a black man.
that's not our
So if you
people.
want to reduce it to just skin color, let's talk about
But that's
skin
not,
color.
we're not doing it.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah,
First
real
and foremost, hold on. We're not
So, but I don't take it that
Sir,
way.
sir,
You know,
sir.
Barack Obama
Listen,
is a product of our culture.
We're-
He's
we
a
don't- we don't
product of what I
advocate
was
Barack
talking
Obama.
about in terms of when
Fuck
human
Barack
beings
Obama. We
think
don't
things
care
are
about Barack
untidy, they
Obama.
decide to eliminate one another,
Now,
just
just go
like
to the
you
block,
guys
man.
want to
Just go to the
eliminate
block.
me because it's
You know,
untidy
you know
to
what
have a
is a term?
white guy amongst you.
I got something for you real
But
quick.
anyway,
You know
I
what
will
this
talk
is?
to
What
you
he's
guys
doing?
later
This is called
I'm out here building a community.
It's called filibuster.
Yeah, that's all you're doing.
And that's an extreme measure of keeping you away from what you're supposed to be talking
Just
about.
distracting you.
It's an extreme distraction.
Abundance.
Y'all just explain
We're gonna continue on. Oh, that's Satan, man. Just coming and interrupting just to throw off the flow.
I got a precept.
Continue what you have.
Oh, yeah.
But the judgment shall sit.
Read that over.
God. Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
Yeah, it said he shall speak great words against the Most High. And this is a low-level peasant. That's a prime example, man. Our low-level devil is going to speak against these different words, man. But we ain't talking about really low class. We're talking about the top, man. The ones that rewrote history. The ones that changed the calendar. The ones that exalted themselves and said they are God. They are the Most High.
So they changed it.
In order to actually rearrange
And
the framework of the world, you had to actually defy the Most High himself, man. The Lord already established all these different things in the world. You know, back in the ancient world, you had different ways to identify if a woman was pregnant or not. Man. You didn't have to go to these different hospitals and things of that nature. You know?
First of all, when the Most High took away her period, that's the sign.
Yeah.
Symptoms.
Well, whether she would have a boy or a girl.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Things of that nature. You didn't have to go and go to the so-called white man through his medical field. They said that women back in the ancient world, they would actually kill certain seeds, like barley seeds. And if it was spring, if it was spring up, if it's a boy or a girl.
Yeah, you'll hear amongst Jake women, they'll say to a woman like, "Oh, you carrying that baby low? That's gonna be a boy." When if the womb sits real low on her, so it ain't nothing new under the sun, man.
But Esau, through his artificial intelligence, he wants to actually dictate how you have your child, man. Chop your stomach wide open, give you a C-section and pull it straight out your stomach, man. Lay on your back.
That's
The scripture tells you in Exodus how the women would actually have stool births, man.
Use gravity.
Use gravity. But what the so-called white men say, nah, that's not the right way to do it.
That's
That's
extreme.
why when the medical history got established, one of the main things they did was killed off majority of the midwives, man. They basically said they were basically witches, and they were basically not they weren't qualified to actually birth those children.
Yeah, midwives is actually illegal.
Yeah, it's illegal.
It's illegal now. Even in the state of Georgia, let's just say you want to do a non-traditional style of deliverance of the baby. They call them midwives, they call them something else now. I think they do something like that, but it's a center basically connected to the hospital. So it's still injection, it's still a part of the hospital system. Because they'll say, well, what if something happens?
Well,
Something happened with the woman having birth at a hospital, and she can still fucking die at the hospital.
Right.
and they was going to, I was seeing a video, they was going to statistically, child births or child deaths, I forget the terminology, but basically it skyrocketed through Esau's medical system, man. Through his system of deliverance, basically. Because in the ancient world, it wasn't that common for a child birth and things of that nature when you actually do it a natural way. Because the Most High made it that way. But the so-called white man changing and rearranging, he created death in all aspects and spectrums, man.
Could you imagine taking a shit laying on your back? I mean, I hate to say it that way,
That's the devil for you.
but this devil, basically, you trying to push something out of you on your back. You know how much stress that brings onto you?
Fucks your back up.
When the vaginal region, all right, the womb and all of that is lower under the woman, so it's gonna come under. You want the side, you want to push it out. It ain't gonna work. You gotta say push. No, you push down.
Yeah,
Okay?
imagine you got a 10-pound baby in you. With gravity helping you,
Right.
it's just going,
It's gonna flow.
it's just gonna flow down. Something called physics.
Natural. See,
And shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
shall wear out the saints of the Most High. You know, we not getting worn out. You know, getting worn out like that. That we use that forces, man.
You wearing out like an old pair of shoes.
It's worn out like an old pair of shoes. Soles falling off. And that's what we
Toe
do.
sticking out.
Yeah, toe sticking out. You know, you have some fresh white shoes, and you wear them things out. Them shit's damn near tan, man. The soles jacked up, tongue through, that tongue flopping all over.
Where
the
the
place.
toes, where your toes sit at in your shoe, it's all rubbed in. It's a little dent in the shoe because it's been walking in it so much.
And that's how we being worn out by the so-called white man. And it's gonna be a big payback, man. How you wore us out, the Lord is gonna renew us. He's gonna give us new bodies, and we're gonna get to wear your ass out, man.
Hey, you know what, Esau? It's
Worse
not.
than what you did.
It's not our fault, Esau, that you're gonna be the only nation to be completely eradicated off the planet Earth.
Right.
Your extreme ways is the reason why after you serve hardcore bondage slavery, you're gonna be gathered and burned the fuck off. See, Esau is now realizing that what they say, the roosters is coming home, man. You know, and now that it's coming back now that he see that his downfall is coming, he don't want to accept it.
It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
See?
The Lord giving the rabbit the gun. Tell you that in Jeremiah 16:16. Keep going.
And think to change times and laws.
And think to change times and laws, legislation. Now you have legislations where homosexuals and transgenders can get married. Well, first and foremost, another extreme thing is chopping a man's rod off and turning into a goddamn leg.
Right. That's extreme.
That's extreme.
Transgenderism.
That takes a lot of work. Going back to the medical field, how many trials and errors did it take to put a vagina in? How the fuck that's just so confusing. I'm getting confused.
It's extremely off.
It's extremely off. Putting a vagina inside of a man, however the hell you do that?
Making men donate their testicles.
And you know what that transgenderism that is filthy, man. You know you got to take certain pills like men to keep their E levels up, and so their T levels will stay low. Because if not, their body will break down. Man.
Shit, these homosexuals, man, they gotta take prep.
You ain't thinking about that.
You know, they gotta take that drug prep.
Keep them demons down,
They
man.
can keep them demons off, them AIDS demons and disease demons off of them. You know,
Crazy.
that's extreme.
That's extreme, man. But it's all what for the love of the dollar bill. For these devils to generate that money, man. You know, the so-called white man's God is gold, oil, and drugs. That's the three things that constitute his living. That's the things he worships. And he'll go out his way. He'll kill his own parents for that money, man. And he did it before. You'll watch these different movies or shows, you'll be like, man, you'll see these devils, they'll stab their brother in the back, stab their sister in the back for the throne. The Borgias. Caesar, the first, and that's the first crown family. The Borgia family. That's the top house of Esau. You see?
And they should be given into his hands until a time and times in the dividing of time.
And this is the time where the clutches are being let loose.
That time is up.
And he's hating it.
Yep.
All through the power of Yahweh Shemel Shah. The first thing to show that we got our power back is through this word. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Get that real fast. And then we'll talk about it. But this is the first thing. Actually establishing a chart, understanding our nationality, understanding what our brethren is. Get that bit the door of Ephraim. And filled with Judah to go against that same group. Start one.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the... before the face of such as have afflicted him.
It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness against the face of those that afflict him. So it was a time where we couldn't stand in great boldness. There was a time where we had to cower down and basically be in a low degree. But the Most High raised us up through the spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah jumping on the prophet, starting on with Elder Al-Rabbi, so to the prophecy of Malachi.
They've got
The Most High would bring the fathers, bring the father to the sons and the sons back to the father. And the Lord had to have a mediator. That mediator, the first man that established that, the Elder Al-Rabbi. King Masha, Elder Yaikwa, Elder Ariyah, the apostles and elders going down. And through the Spirit, we're mediators. That's right. It tells you that in Obadiah how the Lord is setting up saviors. We're many Yahweh Shai. Essay. With the essay, meaning is multiple. We're doing the business of Yahweh Shai, so we're like many Yahweh Shai on the earth, man. You know? That's why when Yahweh Shai gets his throne, we're going to join heirs unto Yahweh Shai's kingdom, because we're doing exactly what he would have done and what he did when he was here.
So he wasn't the black identity extremist. We're not a black identity extremist. And if we're not living our life as black identity extremists, it shows that Yahweh Shai was not living his life as such.
That's right.
Because the scriptures tell you that thine are mine and mine are thine. We're interlocked together in this thing. Clearly, Sakari, you aren't.
Well, that's because he's not of Yahweh Shai.
Clearly.
He's not one of his. You're of your father, the devil.
Well, you go back to the house of the Sakari. The Sakari were a house of zealots that were known to kill off Israelites, man, Christians. The ones that were following Yahweh Shai, the peaceable ones that just wanted to push the ministry, those zealous niggas that was always trying to excite war. They was killing off Jews, man. They're the reason why the Romans came down in 70 AD.
Because of the Sakari.
Because of the goddamn Sakari.
Nice name to choose, bucko.
Right. Smart move.
Of all the names to choose.
Of all the names.
That was cute when he picked that.
Before the face of such as have afflicted.
And the word Sakari goes back to the word dagger. Man. We ain't dealing with daggers. When Peter pulled out his dagger and he sliced off the ear of who was that?
Malchus.
When he sliced out Malchus' ear, Yahweh Shai rebuked him right on the spot, man.
And healed him.
He healed him. He put the ear back on him.
Yep.
He said, "Put down thy sword, stuff."
He that live by the sword shall perish by the sword.
Yeah, live by the sword, shall perish by the sword. And Yahweh Shai had all power to take the Romans down. He said, "I can call down legions and ask them to hang them." Demons, man. You would think it would be a fucking white person doing this shit around the black goddamn nigga.
That's got his tail.
They want to slavery.
He wanted to slave slavery. I tell you what, he wanted to push me, man.
Should have.
So he gets some purpose.
Should have hung that nigga.
I should push that man.
Shit, y'all don't get that nigga.
Don't give him.
Interrupting the promise of the Lord. Y'all got, hey, we didn't say nothing about it. Don't kill that nigga.
Don't hang that nigga.
Y'all use your blessing, man.
You right? You got these devils with the dagger on them. They don't even. But see, that's why, hey, majority of you devils, you ain't even true devils, man. You white people, y'all even deceived. Because y'all got the dagger, y'all got the sword, y'all don't even know how to fucking use it, man.
Y'all would have. Here it is. The Lord bless you, devils with the sword and the gun and all that, and you want to protest to get rid of it.
Right.
We're gonna get rid of it, all right? With your ass in slavery.
Yeah,
That's right.
Because you is the sword. It tells you that song in the 17th chapter. Oh, it tells you that also in Ezekiel, when the kingdom is established, all the weapons and the tanks and all these different things, it's going to be destroyed. The Lord said that he's going to beat the plowshares.
Spears and the plowshares.
The spears and the plowshares, meaning all the wars is going to be war no more. So Esau is going to get beat down and broken up because we ain't going to need him no more. The Lord used the so-called white man as a whooping stick to whoop our ass for our transgressions. But after we fulfilled our transgressions, repented, and fully coming to the fullness of the companionship of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we don't need no Edomites.
Our iniquity has been accomplished.
Iniquity been accomplished.
Lamentations 4.
The Lord shall visit thy sins, O Edom.
And that's why they hate it. And that's why really through the spirit, these devils, they don't stop no more. Because they're fully, Esau is made bare, man. There's so much stuff to show that these so-called white people are wicked. They do like this without doing it. Like, they literally like this when they walk by, but they're not doing it. Like,
Yeah. No,
I hope he doesn't see me.
And that's that mark. That's that mark.
Light.
Shining the light on you.
Dark asses. You the real dark skinned black niggas.
Black.
We white, goddammit.
White
That's
is
another
white.
lie. We white. Somebody
is
get
white.
that Daniels 12 the other day.
That's white.
We'll get that and then we'll jump back. That Daniels 12, the many shall be purified and made white. Because we are the true white people.
And that just went over a lot of people's heads.
Yeah, that went over. That went over. They like, these
What is he talking about?
They white.
No!
Hey, that'll fuck them up when they try to tell us that we black identities. No, I'm actually a white person.
Actually, well, technically, I'm white.
Technically, I'm white.
What are you
I'm a
talking
white
about?
man of the nation of Israel.
Yeah, you gonna kill him with that.
What?
That was a Daniels 12 and 10 many shall be purified and made white.
Okay, yeah, I got it. I was like,
We white
yeah.
They ain't no white people. I'm white.
Yeah, white.
Daniel 12 and 10. Many shall be purified and made white.
So we being made what?
White.
We the true white people.
We're the people.
You so-called white people are you really black people.
Y'all are really the niggas of the earth.
Y'all the niggas of the earth. The curse of niggas is gonna chase you, you goddamn devil.
Chase you out. Chase you out of the earth.
That's gonna the word nigga ain't going nowhere in the kingdom.
I don't have the Hebrew word for it.
Find the word nigga in the Hebrew, man.
Probably be a new word.
Yeah.
New word.
The bywords ain't gonna go nowhere. The proverbs and bywords and Deuteronomy the curse. Jigaboo, spick, wet back. You white people are gonna be the new wetbacks, man. Spicks,
Watermelon muncher.
yep, watermelon muncher.
Okay.
Everything you did to spit in the face of each and every one of these tribes, gorillas, monkeys, we gonna do it right back up to you, man.
Neanderthals. Jabberwockies.
We need to find that website
The
again.
archives.
Yeah, we got a
Racial database.
Yeah. All those racist slurs, we gonna spit them all in your face. That's gonna be your new. And it ain't gonna just be a slur. It's gonna be your name. Your name is gonna be Jiggable.
That's the name.
You devils ain't gonna have a name.
Jigga nigga.
Jigger
Nigger.
That nigga jigger.
Yeah. We gonna be as racist as they come in the kingdom.
Man, racism is no need.
Y'all thought y'all were.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's starting now, you know. But you continue. You continue.
Yeah, it says, Daniel 12 and 10, many shall be purified and made white.
And how are we becoming pure through this word? The word pure in the Hebrew or clean is tahor. Tells you that in Psalms 119:9, how shall a man cleanse his way by taking heed unto the law, statutes, and commandments. This is what purifies and cleans up the defilement of your mind. Observing the law, statutes, and commandments, no more eating pork, and following the righteous dietary laws and overall all laws, the civil law, the moral law, service law, ceremonial law, all the laws. That's what makes you pure. Continue.
It says, and try.
And try, because as well as following the laws, you have to go through the trial of hell, the trial of fire to become pure. Fire is a purification agent, so each and every one of us brothers, when we catch that level of hell, don't think it's for no reason. That's making you stronger. Right?
That's right.
No. See?
It says, but the wicked shall be wicked.
But the wicked shall do wicked. And these so-called white people, they represent the wicked. So when these devils do their wickedness and prosper, and the scripture says that in Psalm 37 chapter, don't even fret. It says, fret not against the workers of iniquity, because they're going to all be cut down as the grass, man. These crackers going to be lawn-mowed over, man. The Lord sprung them up for a season, and He's going to chop them all the way down. It said, the scripture say that I see the wicked grow like a green bay tree. But what's the end of the wicked? To be chopped down. The Lord allowed the Tower of Babel to go up so high just to break it down. He knew what they was doing from the beginning. He knew the plots. He knows the thoughts of men.
That's right.
He seen them get the brick and the mortar. He seen them establish it to the heavens.
He saw him sat down and made the blueprint.
Make the blueprint just to break it all the way down, confounded languages, and spread them out.
Well, the angel said, look, what is this that they do? You know? So it says, And none of the wicked shall understand,
And none of the
but the
wicked
wise
shall understand. But the wise shall understand. So we understand what's going on. Because we what? We got access to the spirit of Yahweh Shah, and this word is also known as the light. This light is being projected through our minds so we see everything clearly, with clarity. We understand it in its fullness. So even when you getting oppressed in your daily life, you catch hell, you gotta understand what you're going through. The Lord ain't just picking on you. You know, sometimes you'll feel like that in the spirit. You get your ass kicked. You're like, man, Lord, you just giving me a special ass whooping. No, the Lord's trying your spirit, man.
And you might be, but you know what? If you are getting a special ass whooping, it's because the Most High feel like you can handle it.
You might be a special brother.
You might be a special brother to get a special ass whooping.
To whom much is given, much is
Hey,
required.
John the Revelator got a special ass with him. Oh, isolated by himself, he was the last of the disciples.
How shall one because he was a special spirit. He was a top spirit, so we had to go to the top something. Alright, to purify something, to strengthen itself. But going back to Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, this is the time for us to raise up. Bring ourselves up in that destitute state. You know? See?
Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
And this is a bold act. You can get a Proverbs 29, where it says the lion among the beasts. Turn him not away from it.
Oh, was it Proverbs what? 29?
And made no account of his labors.
And made no account of his labors, because the so-called white man didn't account for our labors. All the work that we put towards building these bridges, these highways, these road systems, these automobiles,
Maintaining it,
maintaining it. Look at Issachar, the so-called Mexican. Looking at the so-called Mexican shows you that you Negroes don't have no place in this place, man. It don't matter how good of a nigga you is, how much white ass you kiss in your life, how much you actually raised up to build the so-called government.
cut your beard off, and shave, and clean shave. No matter how much of that shit you do, you still a nigga.
You still a nigga. You just went from a nigga with a beard to their face to their eyes to a nigga. It's a clean face nigga.
Except they,
Like Kanye West had that song, what was it, White, Black Slave, so to speak, where he was basically saying that you went from a nigga basically shopping in the local flea markets to a nigga shopping in Versace. You know, shopping in these Chanel stores and things of that nature.
still a nigga.
Still a nigga. You know, you went from going in the Goop convenience store, hurry up and buy, to them actually just advocating you to buy more and more and more through more slick words. It's the same context. You know, so-called white men just, you go into these nice ass luxury stores,
Whatever in the champagne to you.
hell yeah. But they just got to that because they want you to spend your money and get the fuck out of there. Buy their product, makes them richer, they get the helicopter. Got that?
Yeah, it's Proverbs 30 and 30. A lion which is strongest among beasts, that is not away from him.
Like that's why we're the nation of Israel, and we really are lions, man. Even though Issachar, his symbol is the donkey, really their spirit is the lion. Truly, it belongs to Judah because Judah is the leader, is the head tribe, and you know some tribes gotta get raised up through the tents of Judah. But it says that the lion is strongest amongst beasts, meaning he's stronger than anybody in the forest. That's why it's known as king of the jungle. And we're the kings of the jungle. This is our jungle, man. But we've been broken down because what? We broke the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord.
But now we keep it.
But now we're keeping it and the Lord raising us up. That's why you have that quote that says that the lion knows his own strength. No man can tame him, man.
Be like a
And we're breaking that, we're coming out of that domesticated, that circus,
That zoo-minded.
that zoo-minded, that hoop jumping,
be like Simba.
that
The Lion King.
that fucking fire, because you know them lions, you look at them circus lions, they be fucking walking on ropes and all kind of shit. Hitting back flips.
Jumping on their back legs and shit.
Yeah. Jumping on their back legs. But the Lord taking that spirit, they be having the tutus and all this shit on them. Here, this is a big ass
Tiaras.
lion, menacing teeth this long,
Tiaras and
big ass head with a tiara on. The Lord taking all this away, he bringing us back to that wild state. And lions, when they get into pride, man, they can take shit down.
And they get a certain look in their eyes. You see in their eyes, that focus. It's nothing you can do, man.
like in the movie, you know, when the brother got killed, he's making he was a circus lion.
Psyched out.
But he was turning to his old so-called primal ways, man.
He was about to eat
He was about to eat that the zebra and the hippo, I think, too.
Yeah. And he had to run off because he didn't want to eat it.
He was fighting his true nature.
Yeah, and that's our true nature to be out in the wild, man. To really dominate amongst these nations. You know, you had that saying, Conan and the Barbarian, what's the best thing taking a nation down? What he said, taking a nation down, destroying the men, and ravishing their women, man.
Hearing the cries of the women.
Hearing the lamentations.
And hearing the lamentations.
But that's what we want, man.
Yeah.
When the Lord raises us up, we're going to hear a lot of lamentations of the so-called white man woman and the Japanese man woman.
Job 27.
Yep.
He said he specified.
The women shall not.
East Indian.
It says that.
women shall not
Was it
mourn.
Job 27 that
The widow shall not mourn.
the widow shall not mourn?
Yeah. And they're going to love it, man. That real barbaric style mentality going to come back. That's what the Lord said He's going to make us as sharp instruments having teeth. He's going to really transform. See, we still domesticated. Yeah. We still be working these 9 to 5. We still be worried about next month rent. The Lord going to wipe all that shit clean.
He gonna put that hunter spirit.
He gonna put that
Cause we
hunter
fishermen right now.
Fishing, yeah.
When that hunter spirit come, oh man.
The fishermen are.
That's when it get fun.
We're not going, like you said, when we get past that, worrying about fucking bills and man, all these goddamn dirty dishes. We domesticated. We domesticated fucking people, man. Ew, I don't want to eat. My hands is dirty.
Yeah. Gotta wash your hands before you touch a sandwich and shit. Well, I'll take that whole spirit away.
Man, it's gonna be dirt on the sandwich. I don't give a fuck.
That's an extreme, bro.
I know.
Hey, when the Lord the Lord is gonna take us to an extreme level to take this, the true extremists on the earth down.
Hey, yeah.
You know, like Alonzo said in Training Day, which is the spirit, because today, Training Day was released, 2001.
Take that wolf, you gotta deal with it.
He said to take down a wolf, he said it takes a wolf to take down a wolf.
Right.
So the Most High gonna charge us something away that you devils, man, we gonna chase you out of the earth, man. And I know you can't see it. I know you can't see it, Esau, because you're proud. But the Lord is going. The scriptures tell us. Hey, can I get one scripture? Was that Isaiah 30 and shall put 1,000 to flee?
Oh, that's
right here.
Oh,
I-
that's 32. No, I think it's 1 17. I mean, that's what it said.
I got it. I got one. You got it? Yeah. This is Isaiah 30 and 17, and it reads, 1,000 shall flee at the rebuke of one.
Oh, okay, that's what
At the rebuke of 5 shall ye flee till ye are left as the beacon upon the top of a mountain.
That's the stature of the house of David, man. When you read about the mighty men in the house of David, they was brutal. They would sit down and wait. And they killed. There was one segment where they killed off those Edomites, and they were sitting down and wait.
I think that was David and Joel.
David
6 months.
6 months.
Move about to close up.
Bloodthirsty. The Lord gonna put that bloodthirsty carnivorous spirit in us, man. You know, you got that omnivore spirit, man. You just want to graze peacefully. Cause we sheep.
The herbivore spirit.
And you know, Lord, you know you be put in line, but when the Lord activate that spirit
Chewing like
on
a
us,
cow.
man, we just so you want to graze your peace.
That's the truth. We really are. The scriptures say we are weak in the hour shot, but we are made strong. So we in a real weak state right now. Like I said, like I said, Esau, you try to paint this picture of us, but we're not there yet. We share recipes. That's what we do in our. We know that Esau. We know you in our phones.
Oh, we still borrow sugar from each other.
Hey, we borrow sugar.
Here's how you make strawberry jam.
Hey, we trying to plant gardens. You know, most of us brothers don't even have women. Most men sold and made their own garments.
Right.
So what the fuck is you talking about? We're not extreme, man.
Making tinctures and balms, salve,
Oils,
Making lotions,
Yeah, lotions.
oils.
soaps.
telling each other about good soaps and shit.
And those got recipe for you salad dressing.
Stay out of niggas club.
We a peaceful people, but the Lord gonna put that spirit of war. Because it said it's a time of peace and it's a time of war.
Right.
And war is on the horizon. But you got last night
That was it on that.
Okay, we're gonna finish it with that Messiah.
Says, verse,
Matter of fact, that was the main point. You had something you wanted to say? Okay. Well, finish that last.
Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 29. Oh, that they were wise. That they understood this, that they would consider their latter end. Verse 30. How should one chase 1,000 and two put 10,000 to flight?
That's the
Except
question. And the answer is through the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah, put the spirit of team.
to flight, except their rock has sold them, and the Lord has shut them up.
The rock is Yahweh Shah. And we're getting back established upon that rock. That's why it's the house of David. When starting out with Peter's house. They said, Peter, thou rock, and upon these shall be established. So we know that Peter's back today, or he was back. He came back. The house of David is back. The apostles is back. Prophets, righteous kings is back. Righteous kings, the scribes, the nobles,
Righteous scribes,
the
the Pharisees, the
disciples,
nobles back,
and
the scribes and priests are back.
and they coming back to fight against the wicked house of Edom, the elites, the Caesars, the kings of Greece. All them is back through the politicians and the higher officers. Right. It's gonna be a clash of the titans, but we already know who's gonna win.
Such an extreme battle that the Lord had to bring back all those fighters.
All those spirits.
It's gonna be a fight.
In one time
fight of
period.
all fights.
It's gonna be magnificent.
And the Lord's gonna make that grand appearance in the midst of everything.
Grand finale.
That's extreme. So you know that with that we're gonna end up by giving all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Shalom. Shalom.